I just saw one of the most nuts things today. Well, actually, I didn't see it today. I read a forum about it. Read not a forum, a document, I guess, or a post, whatever. I don't know what it was, but I read something about it. One of my cousins sent me an article about it, and I read something else today. And all three of them had the same reoccurring stupid. I can't believe how out of touch these guys are with what the Falcons are to even publish this. And it was the fact that they think in their own respective groups or even in their own head that the Falcons should trade Julio Jones. Now, to the casual NFL fan, you would say, oh yeah, trade Julio Jones. He's a great wide receiver. You'll get maybe a good defender. You might get 3 players out of him. He's worth 3 players. 2 good ones and 1 average maybe, or a draft pick or something. But I think y'all neglect to realize that Julio is the best player on the team. He's the best player on the team. That we're not acting like Matt Ryan's better than Julio. We're not acting like that's it. You know, Calvin will. I think. All right. I think Calvin's gonna be close to Julio's level at his prime. I know Calvin's not at his prime yet, but at Calvin's prime, I assume he's gonna be there for longer than Julio is because Julio's reaching the end at this point. But Julio is the best receiver in the league and is the best player on the Falcons. We trade him and look, we're not going to have a lead to blow. Okay? We're not going to have a lead to blow. Let's talk about the Falcons blowing leads and stuff. And we saw it all this year. The Falcons blowing leads, scoring all these points. We're not going to have leads to blow. We can't throw the ball to Ridley all day. Zacchaeus and Gage don't have the experience to be number 1 and number 2 alongside Ridley. One of them's going to be in the slot. Okay. Then you got either Zacchaeus. I would assume Zacchaeus would be on that side. You can't just throw them into that right now. And trading Julio Jones is probably the most nuts thing to think of when you have somebody to trade right in front of your face. You have a perfectly good Matt Ryan there just to trade, so he can be a pocket passer for some other team. Y'all want to trade the best player on the team to maybe get some good defenders out of it. You know how mad I'll be if we trade Julio and we get some defenders that are supposed to be amazing and they just get burned all season, and then Julio is just excelling wherever he goes. But no. Y'all think, yes, our best decision is to just trade the best player on the team. We have actual players you can trade. Actual moves you can make. But y'all want to make, this is what I said last week, or whatever, I think that was last week, when they released Ricardo Allen. You have moves to make, and they're making all the wrong ones. I know the Falcons aren't stupid enough to trade Julio. Okay, I know that in my heart. I know the Falcons are stupid. I know they do a lot, but the Falcons are not stupid enough to trade Julio. I don't care if we get anybody. I don't care if we get the best corner in the league, best safety in the league, best linebacker. I don't care. I don't. Julio does not leave unless he leaves on his own terms. We're not trading Julio to maybe get some defenders that anything can happen to them. Julio was playing a hurt. Why in the world would you trade somebody like that? Why? Look, I'm trying to tell y'all this as I know there's some fans that don't really understand what the Falcons' whole MO is, but the Falcons don't make good decisions on the field and off the field. But trading Julio Jones might be one of the worst decisions they could ever make, if not the worst decision if they could make. I don't think they're going to do it. I just never expected to see so many articles and videos and posts like, maybe they should trade Julio. What? Why? Matt Ryan's right next to him. Just trade him. We're gonna draft a quarterback. Look, all the mock drafts are already pointing to Justin Fields. So I assume that the Falcons aren't going to go against the mock draft. I hope not. I read the head coach. He was talking about, he answered all these questions. Nothing really stood out to me. He said he was thinking of adding new receivers. I don't know if he's going to. I hope he doesn't draft one in the first round. I assume that he's going to just go for quarterback and running back. I would hope. You know what I'm saying? Najee Harris would be a great pickup along with Justin Fields. But I don't know. Then they said something with the Broncos and the Falcons. The Falcons try to move up, and then the Broncos go and get Deshaun Watson. I don't really care where Deshaun Watson goes unless it's with the Falcons. If he's not going to the Falcons, I don't care where he goes. You know? I just want the Falcons to know that they have people to move on this team. Julio Jones is not one of them. Julio Jones will never be one of them. Julio Jones is not he's a once in a lifetime receiver. You don't just trade somebody like that. Remember what the Texans did? Just trading DeAndre Hopkins. Just trading DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona. In Arizona, I still feel like they're in a better place than Houston is. I don't really know who's better at this point, but I still think Arizona is a much better spot than Houston is. You know how nuts that is? Hopkins, arguably one of the best receivers in the league, arguably the best receiver in the league behind Julio, because Julio's better than him. But just trading him to Arizona and making Arizona a team that's on the rise now. We're not going to do that. The Falcons aren't going to do that. I don't think so. That. But yeah. Well, that's all I got to say about that, man. Falcons, please don't do something stupid like that. Please don't do something stupid like that. But if you guys like this video, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Kind of going to be the next, man. Stay safe, drink water. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video, man.